Hey, what is going on, you guys? The Keith Carnes here, as you know me. It's December 31st, New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's, I guess. And today we are doing a full 100% walk through all of my Blu-rays, all of them. Usually I just do Blu-ray update, blah, 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 but I decided, fuck it. I haven't done one since, I think, like July of 2012. So I just decided, why not pull out all the Blu-rays and show you guys every single Blu-ray I have in my collection. So without further ado, here is one of my newest additions to my Blu-ray collection, none other than the triple pack of Braveheart, Gladiator, and my favorite war movie of all time, Saving Private Ryan. Now these are three of my favorite movies. I love all three of them. They're all great, but definitely my favorite is Saving Private Ryan. The back is pretty boring, nothing special. And then inside, you know, there's your Braveheart. Fuck. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to get it centered. There you go. Braveheart with the Blu-ray logo, of course. Saving Private Ryan, and of course, Gladiator. Now, I watched Braveheart. It looks spectacular on Blu-ray. Saving Private Ryan, a little grainy, but not too bad. It could have looked a lot better. I haven't watched Gladiator yet, so I can't talk shit or talk positive. Can't really say. Okay, so I guess let's get cracking here. Alright, so a lot of these, some of you may have seen if you watched my other ones, but if you never watched, then here they all are. Here's the Simpsons movie on Blu-ray. Got this at Black Friday about 2 years ago. You know, you guys may not believe this, but I actually don't like The Simpsons. I think the show's pretty fucking lame. I know, hate me, because everybody that I ever talked to says they just love it. But my whole family doesn't get it. None of us here watch it. But this is truly a must-watch and a must-own. I mean, this movie is so funny. It looks beautiful on Blu-ray, but it's a cartoon, so you can't really tell compared to other Blu-rays. But it does look really well, transitions very well, and very great movie. Very recommended. If you haven't seen it or you don't like The Simpsons, I still recommend it because I don't like The Simpsons, and this shit was funny as hell. Must see. Next up was one of my favorite movies ever and a great remake from one of my favorite directors, John Carpenter, who made Halloween 1 and 2. None other than The Thing. This was just a spectacular remake. I absolutely love it. It looks great on Blu-ray. I mean, this is an older film made in the 80s. You know, it was not made yesterday or anything, but it definitely transitioned beautifully over 1080p. Can't go wrong. If you don't own this and you've seen it or you haven't seen it, I recommend it either way. A must own on Blu-ray. I actually picked this up for like $7 at Walmart. Can't go wrong with that. Next up is a movie that gets kind of a lot of hate. The Omen remake from 2006. A lot of people say that they don't like this movie. It sucks. It's a shitty remake. I say I don't agree. I respectfully disagree. I truly think that they did a very well job with the remake. I thought that the kid, he did great acting. He was creepy. In my opinion, they definitely got... Whoa. I just went crazy there. They definitely, in my opinion, hit the nail on the head. Great movie. Next up, another one of my very favorite movies, kind of depressing but great movie, The Wrestler. Mickey Rourke at his best. I'm not a big fan of Mickey Rourke because you can just tell that he's one of the biggest assholes ever in real life. But definitely highly recommended, a must-watch. Obviously, I love all my movies that I own or I wouldn't own them, but this is one of my favorite Blu-rays I have. It looks so great on Blu-ray. Very, very well transfer. I don't need to show you the digital copy. We're just looking at Blu-rays here. And there's your Blu-ray. Very great movie. Of course, I highly recommend this as well as the others. Let's see what else we got down here. Alright. Next up, one of my favorite movies of all time, The Dark Knight with the Joker. Absolutely love this movie. I mean, Heath Ledger, rest in peace. I was never a fan of Heath Ledger. Nothing against the guy. I just don't think he was a great actor. But after this, it changed my mind. I had and still have a newfound respect for Ledger. May he rest in peace, as I said. But my God, You know, when he did this movie, and it being his last movie, it was almost perfect for it to be his last movie, because he was just amazing. Highly recommend this movie. One of the best movies ever made. Next up, another movie that is extremely great is 300. Now, this movie, I was very disappointed with the quality. I'm going to put that out there. It's Blu-ray, and I felt that the Blu-ray kind of lacked in this. I just didn't feel that the quality was great. I don't know if that's what they were going for, to make it kind of grainy looking, but I personally don't like that. I like it to look like a fucking Blu-ray. Cool disc. But, just my opinion. Next up, another movie with kind of mixed reviews. It's dusty. Not too many people agree that it's a great movie. I, on the other hand, love this movie. It was actually my aunt that introduced me to this movie, and I'm glad she showed me it years ago when it came out, because I absolutely fell in love with it, and I love watching this on a dark... I like watching this, for some reason, I like watching this on like a stormy night. Because when you're sitting there and you're all cozy in your bed and you watch this, I don't know why, because it has nothing to do with storms. It's not like the movie Twister with Helen Hunt, but you get my point, I hope. And there's your disc, nothing too special. Signs is a great movie. Mel Gibson, say what you want. He may be a bit controversial these days, but I'm a huge Gibson fan. I mean, very great actor, great director. Can't take that away from him, regardless of how you personally feel about him. Next up is a classic, Aliens, starring Sigourney Weaver. Sorry, her name's kind of hard to say. This time it's war. Aliens on Blu-ray. This is quite possibly the best old movie on Blu-ray that I've ever seen. This movie transferred over so well on Blu-ray. I gotta tell you guys, if you don't own this and you're kind of like, I don't know, I'm gonna wait until they bring out a later copy of it, maybe it'll look better. Believe me, you will not be disappointed. This movie transferred so well. It's an old movie, and it looks like a 2012. This movie was made in 1986, and it looks brand new. Next up is, now to me, this is an overrated movie, but I loved it. The Hangover. Of course, unrated. I got this at Black Friday, this past November for like $4. There you go, some crazy pictures. There's your Blu-ray. I think this is a bit of an overrated movie. It is funny, but I think it's very overrated, and I've already watched it since buying it. I probably won't watch it again until around this time next year, just simply because it's just, to me, it's a funny movie, but it's not great. I bought it because it was hella cheap. Alright, next up, Fight Club. Love this movie. Definitely one I won't watch over and over, but it's definitely a great movie that I'll watch maybe once or twice a year. Very original concept, great directing, great acting, just an overall great movie. Transferred really well to Blu-ray. Next up is The Social Network. I actually got this on Christmas. Great movie, transferred beautifully to Blu-ray. If you can't read it, actually you can, but you don't get to 500 million friends without making a few enemies. Now, if you're not sure what The Social Network is about, and I'm not a big fan of how it comes out like an old VHS, punk, prophet, genius, billionaire, traitor. This movie is actually about the creating of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, who created Facebook in real life. It's about him and his upbringing. I mean, not his upbringing, but his, the days when he created it. Pretty plain discs. And anyway, I personally love the movie. Hats off to the Jesse guy that played Mark Zuckerberg. Just beautiful acting. And what I mean by that is epic acting. Next up, a movie that has a lot of hate. The Strangers on Blu-ray. I love this movie. I went and saw this in the theaters with my sister. It made my sister scream her head off. It was hilarious. But the movie was great. I love this movie because it's so simple, but it's so effective in scaring the shit out of you. Definitely a movie that gives me the creeps every time I watch it. There you go. If you haven't seen this movie, I recommend it, but it's a movie you either like it or you don't. There's really no in between. You may be in between, but really, for the most part, most people are either, I hate that movie, or I really love that movie. So, it's really, you either like it or you don't. Next up is a classic, Platoon. Blu-ray, got this at Black Friday as well. I did a Black Friday Blu-ray, huh? Whatever. Platoon. Looked great on Blu-ray, transferred very, very well for an old movie. Definitely highly recommended if you don't own it on Blu-ray and you're afraid that the quality is not going to transfer the way it should. It does. Next up, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. The best deal I got at Black Friday this year. Got this baby for a measly $4, and this movie usually on Blu-ray is like $25-30, so you can't really go wrong with that. I love this movie. Fantastic remake. Can't wait for the sequel. Next up, Quarantine. Another one, you either like it or you don't. Everybody in my house is pretty big on this movie. We all like it. We all like to watch it. Pretty random picture. Scary as hell. I don't know if it's scary as hell, but it is cool. This is going to be a long movie, so if you're still here and you watch the whole thing, thank you. I appreciate it, because I have a feeling I'm probably just boring, and people don't want to watch my videos. Anyway, next up, Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3. Rest in peace to Tony Scott, who committed suicide earlier this year. Poor guy, obviously was troubled. But you made great movies, my friend. There you go. John Travolta and Denzel Washington out of the park on their fucking great acting. I was very impressed. And there you go. Alright. Next up is Jumper with Christian... I'm just kidding. I didn't really fuck it up, but what's this guy's name again? Holy shit, I forgot your name, sir. Hayden Christensen. I was going to call him Christian Slater like a fucking retard. There you go. It's kind of funny that Hayden Christensen, who played Anakin, is playing in a movie with Samuel L. Jackson, who played Mace Windu, and Hayden Christensen, actually, Anakin helps kill Mace Windu. Kind of funny. And this actually comes with both the DVD and the Blu-ray. Ooh, excuse me, that just slid out. There's the Blu-ray and the DVD. I don't know why they put DVDs with the Blu-ray. It's kind of fucking retarded to me, because I bought it for the Blu-ray. Why would I don't get it. But okay. Continuing. Ooh. Hollow Man. Great movie. Another Kevin Bacon one I own. I definitely enjoy this movie a lot. Definitely some cool scenes in this movie. Definitely, in my opinion, a movie that was kind of ahead of its time. You know, it was really made when computer graphics and movies weren't really that used all that heavily. And this was really like one of the first movies to really delve into it and do it very successfully. Next up is one of my favorite movies of all time, Legend. Definitely such a unique and beautifully made movie. Just definitely one of Ridley Scott's best movies he's ever done. Tom Cruise in his very early acting career. This movie, you guys, and it does look beautiful on Blu-ray. I finally watched it a little bit. It is just such a magnificent movie. If you have never had the privilege to see Legend, I highly recommend it. It is just amazing. This movie is just one of the best movies I've ever seen. Yes. Next is another one of my favorite movies of all time, Pulp Fiction, by one of my favorite directors of all time, Quentin Tarantino. I'm a huge fan of him. Uma Thurman did very well in her role as John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson. I mean, everybody did a great job in their roles. I think everybody will know this movie and plenty of quotes from it. Say what again, motherfucker? If you've seen the movie, you'll know why I said that. Next up, another Quentin Tarantino film. Another one of my favorite movies, Kill Bill. And Uma Thurman again. Just a beautiful blood fest. Just a beautifully made movie and an awesome story that goes into 2 films. And it's actually being said they're making a 3rd Kill Bill, which I can't wait for. And there you go, Kill Bill there with a little background. Pretty cool. Next up, another Kevin Bacon movie, Stir of Echoes. One that I think is a bit unknown. I've actually never seen this on Blu-ray before anywhere. I went to my local Dimple, which is a little record store, and they have some kind of like rare gems such as this one, and they had it for like $5 used. So I said, you know what? I've never seen it anywhere else. Still haven't seen it since purchasing it. So why not? Great movie. Looks awesome on Blu-ray. Continuing. Yeah, this is probably going to be about a 20 or so minute upload. Next up is Sucker Punch. I actually haven't watched this since I bought it. I've seen it. I saw it when it was in theaters. I actually bootlegged it, but then I started watching it here. Then I bought it here, and I just haven't been in the mood to watch it. And it's not that it's a bad movie. It's just, it is a pretty awesome movie. It's just that I haven't been in the mood. It's a once-a-year watch, I think. And I love that, how it says... I love the disc. The disc is just awesome. How simple but awesome it looks. I mentioned that in the other video I did this in. But great movie. I got this for $5 at Walmart, so I was like, yeah, sure. Next up is WWE Superstar Kane and See No Evil. Very, very cheesy and kind of a stupid movie. But they wanted like $5-6 for it. You know, it was a cheap Blu-ray. Looks really well. Looks really good on Blu-ray, but I liked it. But it is a pretty cheesy movie. It's almost like they were just trying too hard. Next up is The Mummy. I've watched this movie once since buying it. Here's the back. And on the inside, very good looking Blu-ray. Highly recommend this if you've never seen it. Where the fuck have you been? Next up is The Scorpion King with The Rock. The Rock before he officially went to Hollywood full-time. And there you go. With the late Michael Clark Duncan, rest in peace. Great Blu-ray, looks really well. Next up is I think this would have to be my favorite Blu-ray I own. The Dark Knight Rises. It's a 3D cover. I don't know if it's going to transition very well. I don't know, but that slides right out. And there's the cover up close. There's the back with Batman and Bane, Batgirl, sorry, Catwoman on the Bat bike. And here's how it goes. There's the Blu-ray movie, the special features, and then they also give you a DVD version. I don't know why, but they did. I guess it's just cool to have it there in case you ever just want to watch it in shitty quality. I don't know. Beautiful Blu-ray. Definitely the best looking Blu-ray I've ever had. We're almost done. We're almost there, man. Next up, Seven. One of my favorite movies ever made. I know I keep saying that, but a lot of these movies are my favorite. That's why I own them. Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. There you go. Great movie. Great movie. Next up is one that I bought just by chance. This is from Dusk Till Dawn. Another Quentin Tarantino. I'm sorry, Robert Rodriguez. But it has Quentin Tarantino. Yeah, that's why I said that. Quentin Tarantino is in it. That's what I meant to say. Another movie with him in it. This time he was just starring in it. He might have, I don't know. If he had anything else to do with it, I don't know about it. And George Clooney, of course. I hate George Clooney. I think he's a terrible actor, but he did really good in this role. Got really shitty pictures in the back, very low quality for some reason, but the Blu-ray looked great. I don't know, it was weird. But at Fry's Electronics, whether you've heard of it or not, it's just a big electronic store. They had one left because everybody was buying them, and they had one left for like $5. So I got the last copy. It was meant to be. Next up is another remake movie I love. The Last House on the Left. Very cool but brutal movie. Definitely shows you to be careful who you trust and not be stupid and go into random people's houses. That's the digital copy. The Blu-ray's just like a mirror. Great Blu-ray. Next up is Land of the Lost. Very cheesy movie with kind of shitty acting. I don't even know really why I have this movie. I'm just gonna toss that on the bed. Next up, Independence Day. Love this movie. One of my favorite Will Smith performances. I think he did absolutely great in this movie. There you go. Beautiful Blu-ray. I've watched this probably more than any of the others, but I just love it. One of the most hated movies I think ever made, Halloween Resurrection. A lot of people going on about how terrible this movie was. I will agree that it was kind of bad, but I don't know. I kind of liked it. I think I'm just kind of a sucker for Michael Myers. Great Blu-ray though. Looks beast. Silent Hill on Blu-ray. Definitely a movie that transfers really well. There's Pyramid Head in the middle. There's your Blu-ray and Pyramid Head in the background. Really good looking Blu-ray. Recommended from yours truly. Okay, we're getting these, man. We're getting the rest. Not too many left to go through. Next up is a double pack. Showed this a while back in one of my Blu-ray videos. I think the one in this past July. And I picked this up at Kmart for like $10. It was like $5 a movie, and I love both these movies, so I was like, fuck that, hell yeah. Another remake, Dawn of the Dead. I wish I owned the original. I just haven't got around to picking it up on Blu-ray yet. There's your back shots. This is a remake that comes with a DVD, but there's your Blu-ray, DVD. This is a remake that I liked, but there were certain things I hated about it. You know, if you've seen it, you probably know what I mean. Just wasn't as good as it should have been, I guess, is the best way I can describe it. Another remake, The Crazies. A great remake, highly underrated in my opinion. Nobody really talks about this movie. I think it was a really well-made remake. And of course, it comes with your Blu-ray and your digital copy. I never redeem my digital copies. I don't know. I just don't. Because, I mean, even if I had something like an iPad or an iPod, I would never... Why would I sit there and watch a movie on it? It's just never made sense to me. I Am Legend on Blu-ray. Another Will Smith movie. I love this movie. I'm like the only person in my house that likes it. I don't really understand why they don't like it. They just said they weren't a big fan. I think my sister and I are the only ones that like it. I Am Legend. But yeah, that's about it. Nothing really more to say. It includes 2 versions of the film with a controversial ending. Great looking Blu-ray nonetheless. Oddly enough, the only Die Hard movie I own, not that I don't like Die Hard, I loved all of them, it's just the only one I've gotten around to purchasing because I got this at Black Friday 2 years ago for like $3. And one of the best looking Blu-rays I have. It is definitely a beautiful movie to watch because it's so clear and crisp. It's almost like being in the movie. I'm going to say it again. One of my favorite movies ever made. Silence of the Lambs, Jodie Foster, Anthony Hopkins. The movie that I guess you could say started it all for the Hannibal Lecter saga. Comes with the DVD and the Blu-ray. Another old movie that transferred beautifully to Blu-ray. Next is I, Robot, another Will Smith movie. Will Smith on the back. Another very nice looking Blu-ray, transferred really well as it should. It's a newer movie. It's not new, but it, you know, it's newer. The Day the Earth Stood Still. Not one of my favorites. Another remake, of course. I do like the movie. It's just not one of my favorites. Keanu Reeves. It's kind of funny seeing him in there because he's kind of a has-been. No offense. So in this one you have your Blu-ray of the remake, digital copy, which I never redeemed, and the 1951 release, which I'll never watch because it's horrible. But yeah, because it just looks horrible. And I hate people that sit there and say, oh, they're the best movies ever made. I mean, come on, you guys. I mean, you can totally tell this shit's fake. I don't see how anybody enjoys those old movies. I don't know, just me. Next up, now on this, I've always said I'm never going to reveal my religious blah blah blah, which I'm not revealing, but this is a movie I own, so I guess obviously you can assume, and I'll just confirm obviously because I own it, that I obviously do believe in Jesus Christ. Passion of the Christ, Mel Gibson movie, just a fantastic epic movie. You're atheist, you don't believe in God, that's cool, that's your business. Just don't come on here and blast me for it. This movie has a lot of controversy. There's your Blu-ray and your extra features. Great movie though. It looks good on Blu-ray. South Park. Bigger, longer, and uncut. Blame Canada. Very, very boring looking disc. But I love it. Looks great on Blu-ray. Do love watching it. And another one I got. This is another newer one I got. All three Austin Powers. Austin Powers International Man of Mystery, The Spy Who Shagged Me, and Goldmember. All very, very well made movies. All very, very well transferred over to Blu-ray. There's number one, The Spy Who Shagged Me, which won't turn, and Goldmember. Next up is my special edition collection. I keep these separately so they don't get ruined. Of course, I made a whole video just to this collection. It's a big box set. As you see, it comes with like playing cards, you know, bios. It comes with a array of different things. Very, very cool collection. I picked this up for like 20 bucks. I've seen it's gone up to about 30, 40 bucks, so I've doubled my money, I guess, but I'll never sell it because it's just a really cool collection to have. Next up is a book version of The Exorcist. This is the one that comes with the extended director's cut and original theatrical version. I know you guys have probably seen this if you watched my other movie Blu-ray collections. There's the extended director's cut with Pazuzu. And then when you flip through this cool book, which I'm not going to go through, has that as well as the original without the spider walk. And a little special message from Mr. William Friedkin himself. Not a very good looking Blu-ray, but you know, shit, it was made in 1973. What do you expect? Next up, still case of Scarface on Blu-ray. A really well looking Blu-ray, cool background. I've been keeping this in best condition as I can. I think this is about $40 now. I bought it for like $20 at Target. Comes with these cool collector's cards, the original movie, and of course the one with Al Pacino in it. I've heard they're remaking Scarface again. Horrible decision, fucking Hollywood. You guys are retarded. Of course, all the Star Wars on Blu-ray. My most expensive Blu-ray set I've purchased thus far. This was I got this for $79.99, so about $84 or so with tax. Pretty cool. Comes out, got all the movies in there. I'm not going to go through them all because this video has gone on long enough. And my final, if you're still here, you're a champ. Thank you very, 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 very much. But anyway, this is my prize Blu-ray set. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on Blu-ray. This is out of print. You cannot buy this anymore. This is actually going for, it comes with a beanie and everything. The other movies are on the bottom, but I'm not going to take everything out. I never really open this too much because I'm trying to keep it in pristine condition. But this is actually going for about $150 on eBay. I'll sell it to you for $20,000. Hey, 20 grand, hey, you want it? 20,000. I'm just kidding. But I'm not selling this. I'm actually going to keep it in my collection because it is discontinued. Therefore, it is now a collector's item. So, yeah. Terrible looking Blu-rays. I will put that out there. They look horrible on Blu-ray. They look, I mean, the quality is just like, but they didn't transfer well at all. I hope someday they can get them perfectly, but no. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to end it here. It's been a half hour. I didn't think it was going to take me near this long. I hope you guys enjoy. If you're still here, thank you very much. You guys have a great New Year. Happy New Year. Happy 2013, if you will. And well, excuse me, I will see you whenever I upload again. And thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed all my collection. Hope you liked what I had. And, of course, I'll make another one of these when I get more Blu-rays in my collection, which I plan on getting soon. And that's about it. So take care, you guys. Once again, Happy New Year. Let's hope everybody has a great year. And I guess that's about it. So peace.